Hi, everyone. My name is Darlene Arneson, and I serve as the Dane County Ag in the Classroom Coordinator. And tonight I'm going to share some information about our essay contest for this year. The essay contest, and I will be sharing my screen in a second. The essay contest, let's see, here we go. Topic is dig into Wisconsin soil where good things grow. So every year, Wisconsin Ag in the Classroom does a 4th and 5th grade essay contest. We base it off a book of the year, and this year's book of the year is called The Soil in Jackie's Garden. This book was written by Peggy Thomas, artwork by Neely Daggett. And this book talks about what soil is made out of. It covers soil profiles. It talks about what lives in the soil, how soil supports plant growth and photosynthesis, and how to take care of the soil. So it's a wonderful book. There is an educator guide that goes along with the book. It has 6 different lessons in it for that grade level of about 3rd to 6th grade. So we have some copies of that the county has bought. And so if your school is interested and getting a copy of the book, just let me know and I can get those, and we can always order more of them. We want to make sure that teachers have the resources available for their students to be working with the contest. So let's take a look at the actual contest. And Wisconsin Ag in the Classroom is the overall kind of organizer of the contest each year. The biggest change for this year is entries are due on February 15th rather than in April. So that's a big change. So we need to get started on these sooner than later. The contest is for 4th and 5th graders. It's helping them to learn more about Wisconsin agriculture. So there are a variety of resources. They've got a QR code on the state level one, but let's go through a few of the details. So again, due date February 15th. The essays are 200 to 300 words. They're a narrative essay. They're based on the topic that the book covers, the soil in Jackie's garden, but the book is not a requirement for writing the essay. As long as the essays that the students write relate to soils in some way, if you don't have access to the book or don't get the book, that isn't going to hold your students back by any means. They don't have to reference the book in the essays. The Wisconsin's top 10 essays will get a commemorative medal and a cash award. State winners also get a plaque and a monetary prize. Farm Bureau is divided into 10 districts. So that's where the 9 districts. So the winners will be getting those. Who can enter? 4th and 5th grade students. They can only submit one entry. They have to be 200 to 300 words long. If they do include a bibliography, captions, or works cited, that does not count towards the word total. They have to either be typed or handwritten in ink. They should refer to at least 3 agricultural facts or statistics. The deadline, again, February 15th. There is some required information that is asked for, so I will cover that in a few minutes. It has to be original work, and we can use some tools to see if that is true. So we don't want AI writing the essays. We don't want them copying somebody else's essays. So it's really important that students learn how to write the essays on their own. We are going to go through a quick PowerPoint that goes through some of the basics and some of the other resources. Beth Schaefer of the Wisconsin Ag in the Classroom program is kind of your key contact. If you have specific questions on something, she can assist you with that. The essays, part of it is to help tie Wisconsin history, geography, economics through the lens of agriculture and tying to academic standards, as well as the National Agricultural Literacy Outcomes, which are nicknamed NALOs. And so we hope that this isn't just a filler activity, it's something that teachers can tie into their curriculum and share with their students. We hope it increases their agricultural understanding, encourages critical thinking and communication, strengthens community connections, and helps celebrate student achievement. Again, the topic is based on soil because of the book. Again, there's lots of different resources, so the book is not a critical one. I've kind of gone through the prizes a little bit. Another thing for the state winners, their state-winning essays and author pictures will be displayed at the Farm Wisconsin Discovery Center over in Manitowoc, Wisconsin, published in Rural Route, which is the official magazine of Wisconsin Farm Bureau, and shared on the Wisconsin Ag in the Classroom website. We've gone through the specifics there. Deadline February 15th. The essays are actually submitted to the county first for judging. So you can either submit them online via the Wisconsin Ag in the Classroom website, and then once the essay deadline is passed, they send us a link where we can download all the essays that were submitted from schools or homeschool parents in our county, or they can be hard copy mailed in as well. The required information, and we want this either on the back of the essay or on an attached separate page so that when you look at the front of the essay, ideally the essays are on one side of a sheet of paper, but the student name and grade level is on the back, teacher name and email, or if it's a homeschool student, the parent's name and email, name and address on the back, school phone number, and the essay word count. So again, you can substitute school stuff for your home if it's a homeschool student who's participating. You can upload 30 essays at a time for teachers. So if you have more than that, or if one teacher is kind of in charge of the essay for your various, grades or your, students and so forth at your school, you can submit, numerous ones that way. And there's a link at the Wisconsin Ag in the Classroom website, or you can hard copy mail them into me. And my address is at the bottom of the Dane County flyer. The rubric for this content is 25% of the score. The narrative should fit dig into Wisconsin soil where good things grow, at least 3 statistics or facts about Wisconsin agriculture. Format and organization is 25% of the score. It should be logically organized, easy to read, 3 main points with supporting evidence and a conclusion. 5th grade essays are really encouraged to include a bibliography so that they can learn how to write those. That doesn't count towards the total word count. 4th grade essays are encouraged to reference the source within the essay, and they should include a title. Originality and creativity is 40%, conventions 10%. We really don't want to see any spelling or grammar errors, but 0 to 3 is kind of what we feel is a tolerable level. Supporting images and illustrations are purely optional. So it's nice to have those, and captions are important with pictures and so on. You must include the image source if you're going to include any images or illustrations. They do have a couple of kind of helpful tools for students to use. One is an essay planning writing guide. The other is a written self-evaluation checklist, kind of helping them to see, did I cite those 3 references? Did I do, my grammar and spelling checks and so forth? What is my word count? So they kind of have a checklist and some ideas of how to write that essay. Or they can go back and look at last year's top 4th and 5th grade essays to see what the state winning ones look like last year. We have all kinds of resources available, lots of links off of the Wisconsin Ag in the Classroom website. There's an Exploring Wisconsin Agriculture e-learning, which is a whole set of online e-learning modules. There's read and STEAM lessons on building edible soil profiles, lesson plans that go with the book Soil in Jackie's Garden and other related sources, the Wisconsin State Agricultural Profile, agricultural facts. There is Exploring Agriculture mini ag mags, as well as the Soils Ag Mag. There's the Wisconsin State Soil Antigo Silt Loam handout. There's also a song about that and you can check out, and lots of other resources on the website. You can get updates delivered to your inbox, so teachers can register to have emails from Wisconsin Ag in the Classroom, or you can follow them on Facebook and Instagram. So lots of opportunities that way. As far as other resources, I'm just going to grab my county flyer. So for Dane County Farm Bureau, this is what our flyer looks like, 4th and 5th grade contest, open to any 4th or 5th grader that lives in Dane County or that your school is in Dane County. So we realize that sometimes on those border communities or maybe in private schools, so it's kind of your call on how you want to claim your county, if it's where you're going to your private school or where the house is located. We realize sometimes we have some unique situations and so forth. Our county prizes, we pick a top 4th and 5th grade winner, as well as 2nd and 3rd place in each grade level. Top winners, first prize gets $100, second place $50, third place $25. The 2 first place students, a top 4th and 5th grader, their parents and teacher get invited to the Dane County annual meeting on September 10th, 2026 at Rex's Innkeeper in Wanakee. We had the students read their essays, and the teachers just comment about ways that they incorporate agriculture into their classroom. We also have a teacher incentive. If the classroom has at least 10 entries, the teacher gets a $100 gift certificate to the National Ag in the Classroom online store. So hopefully that's a good incentive. We also have some other resources. This is a 2-page handout on the Wisconsin State Soil Antigo Silt Loam. That was declared the state soil in 1983. Antigo silt loam represents more than 800 different soils in Wisconsin. And this soil only occurs in Wisconsin across the north central part of the state. It's a versatile and productive soil and is representative of the many silty soils that cover nearly half the state. It is named after the city of Antigo and Langlade County. We also have some other lesson plans that have been kind of earmarked by Wisconsin Ag in the Classroom specifically for this this contest. The Soil in Jackie's Garden is a fun one. It's an edible activity where you can learn about what lives in the soil and how the soil profile works. And then using things such as gummy worms and pretzel sticks and green sprinkles and pudding, chocolate pudding, and crushed like Oreo cookies and graham crackers and raisins, you can kind of build a soil profile and some of the things that live in that. Other things that I'd like to show you on the website. Let me just get to the website here. On the National Ag in the Classroom website, which is agclassroom.org, there are lots of free lesson plans. So you can just type in soil if you want. If I can type it there. And then what you can do is you can sort for grade level. So if you go to upper elementary, you can find all the lesson plans. There's 27 different results on lesson plans, activities, other content and so forth about soils. So lots of kind of fun things to do there. They have a teacher center as well. There's also a store, and there are some soil related things in the store. So if we search here, and if you want to find some things, you can get soil samples if you want. So this will give you like sand, silt, and clay, and then you can do soil painting. Again, you can get the different samples. You can do some sandpaper texturing, gardening in a box. So really some fun things. And this also is that where you'd get the $100 gift certificate if at least 10 of your students are participating in the contest. This is a Wisconsin Ag in the Classroom website. And if we go to programs and to essay contests, this is where you're going to find all the resources related to our contest. So it has a YouTube video that you could show to your students. There's the participation guide, which is that PowerPoint I just went through, the contest flyer. They have the lessons, multimedia. They have different books and so forth. So lots of different things on here, as well as once we get to they've got the lesson winners from last year and so forth as well. Here's our participation guide. So again, that's that PowerPoint that you can go through. And then as they get closer to the deadline, they'll be adding the link where you can actually upload the actual essays and so forth. So that's kind of a nice way to do that as well. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen. So thank you for tuning in tonight and taking a look at what we have for the 4th and 5th grade essay contest. We had over 70 essays last year, and we hope to have more from Dane County. We have a lot of schools in Dane County and lots of students that we hope are learning about agriculture in some form. If you want additional help on that, my contact information is available in the emails that I send out or on the Facebook page. I monitor that page, so you can send me a message that way. But if you are interested in getting some books or getting some support supporting information to help your students learn, we'd be more than happy to do that. And if we can arrange to do some classroom presentations, we always love to do that. We also have some teacher project grants that are available for our FFA chapters. If you are going to the elementary schools, helping them learn about the essay contest, we have some grants for Food for America that are available as well. So lots of things that we're trying to do to help you out with that. So we hope that this has been helpful. And again, February 15th is a new deadline this year. So we hope that you will, you'd be able to take advantage of that. So thanks for your support of this, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.